Oh, there's a door over here. Where does this go? I didn't even see this over here. Oh, this is... Wait, go up? Okay, so you guys might already know what's going on in this video. Piggy, Book 2, Chapter 12. So basically what's going on is our boy Hetty's here. Yes, this Ant-Man looking dude right here. This guy right here, he actually got hired by Minitoon, actually. He's going to be working on the next Piggy game, Piggy Inner City. Well, he has recreated or created Piggy Book 2, Chapter 12. Now, according to Mr. Hetty's, this is a pretty good representation of what Chapter 12 is going to be, and not only that, but he has also went ahead and created some of the skins that is going to be in Chapter 12. Yes, this snake guy right here, this is actually one of the new skins. This is the skin made by Tenuous Flea. It's already playable, and we're going to be checking it all out in this video. Not only that, but he has created the map. Now, keep in mind, this guy does work with Minitoon, so he's probably got a little bit of inside knowledge as to how the map is going to be. Before we take a look at the new Piggy skins, though, let's first take a look at the sponsor skin. That didn't really make a lot of... The sponsor time. Let's go. Okay, so this video is actually sponsored by Mech Arena, which is a free-to-play mobile arena shooter available on iOS and Android. And how this game works is you actually collect a team of different mechs, each with their own abilities and features. You then take this team of mechs into a game where you compete with other teammates and against other players in a variety of different game modes and maps. Now, I gotta say, the great thing about this game is that it is not pay to win. You cannot buy your way to the top. In order to be good at the game, you just have to get good. It's all about skill, which is why I keep dying over and over and over. Now, there's a bunch of events in the game too, like the daily welcome rewards, as well as this new weapon here called the disc launcher. And on top of that, a bunch of special Halloween events and Halloween skins that you can earn throughout the entire month. Now, I actually have a special link you can use down in the description or the QR code right here on the screen. And if you download the game using these, you can get a special Desert Digital skin, 200 A coins, and 10,000 credits. And on top of that, here is actually my player ID, so you can add me in the game, and hopefully we can play some matches together. So use the link down below to download Mech Arena, and I'll see you in the arena. All right, here we are. So we're in the game. We can see over there, we've got we've got Willow and Tigrery. Tigrery has his hands up. Honestly, let me know down in the comments. Do you think Willow won the fight, or do you think Tigrery won the fight? My personal thoughts, I think Willow kind of had the leg up there on him, but obviously it's up to interpretation. Let's go ahead and check out some of these skins real quick. So first off, we've got H-Lace. Not really sure what that... Okay, turn that down just a little bit. So what this guy seems to be is a soldier. You can see, well, first off, his arms, he's got the purple little goo all over his arms, just like the other skins did. And honestly, this guy looks pretty good. I like this a lot. He's got some goo on his head right there. I'm not actually sure that is goo. I actually don't know what it is. Maybe insolence goo? I have no idea. Overall, a pretty awesome skin. Definitely my least favorite of the three, though, because next up, we've got Whooper, and look at this. Turn up just a little bit. This guy's theme, is there even a theme? I don't think this guy even has a theme. Maybe it's being worked on, but we've got this guy right here. We've got some antlers. Is this a walrus? I think it is, right? Whooper or the walrus? Wait, walruses, do they have antlers? I don't think so. I actually don't know what in the world this thing is. Let me know down in the comments. He's got a backpack. I think he fits in really well. Keep in mind, we're inside of a lab run by the military, so it would make sense for, well, a lot of the skins to be, well, military based. Let's go ahead and take a look, though, at the skin in Book 2, Chapter 12, or one of the skins. Keep in mind, this is going to be a really big chapter. This is it right here. Yes, there it is. There it is. That's it. Turn that down once again. This bad boy is loud. This is actually the skin. One of the skins coming to Book 2, Chapter 12 right here. The snake. So this skin is actually made by Mr. Tenuous Flea, the guy who did Billy, the guy who did Crack Security. I actually made a video on this a while back. He made an entire teaser video about it, and well, here it is. Honestly, I think this may be one of my favorite skins in the game. Obviously, Crack Security is amazing. I love Billy. I would love to see, like, the jump scare animation, like the attack animation on this. I guess we'll have to wait for Chapter 12 to see that. But overall, I like this a lot. Out of the three, this one is hands down my favorite. We haven't gotten a skin like this in the game yet, so I think it fits in really well. Let's go ahead and take a look at these notes. So what is this? Test Subject 0 is one of those strange creatures, but this time it has a red pupil. Yes, Penny. Penny Piggy, of course, being Test Subject 0. She was...
You like your kids to explore online if what they discover is right for them. With YouTube Kids, you can choose content settings by age, so you can guide them to new experiences they love. Find a balance for your family online with YouTube Kids. Download the YouTube Kids app.
I feel calm.
Feline Freestyle, live from the Theatre of Dreams, the Garage.
Eggs hatch, that's common sense, right? But here's the question, what's gonna hatch from the egg on the Dream SMP? Believe me, this theory is crazy and absolutely unexpected. I had to get down a whole page of proof for it before I went ahead with making this video, because this involves a whole lot more than just the obvious Technoblade references. And what do I mean by that? Well... You see, when I was first researching this video, I thought it was almost guaranteed that the egg would be this entity that consistently hatches and then reseals itself after consuming another thing, working similar to an oyster in that it takes in a mob or a block and then builds up all this concentrated power, all this concentrated egginess inside that mob, making them a follower of the egg, and then releases them to the world, hatching them out to do the egg's bidding, and then reseals itself after consuming something else to restart the cycle. Which seems legit, right? It would explain a lot of things about Technoblade's character, because why is he a pig? Well, the egg had a pig wander into it after it hatched once, and then after the buildup of egg power occurred around that pig, it turned into Technoblade. This is further backed up by the obvious fact that the egg has blood vines and Techno is the blood god. This theory seemed more and more solid the more I researched it, but wait, there's more. You see, in this theory, Techno broke free of the egg, which is needed to explain why he rebels against it and completely foils its plans later at the Red Banquet with Purple and Quackity. And the reason he broke free of the egg was because everyone who the egg possesses has always wanted something, be that power, be that belonging, be that another SMP member like Bad wants Skeppy, and in exchange for promising that thing, the egg demands power from them. It demands that they form a pseudo-government with the egg leading them. Naturally then, when Techno emerges from the egg with his one wish as to destroy all governments, the egg can't really promise him that while simultaneously asking him to form an empire, leading to Techno breaking free of the egg and then going on to be strongly opposed to it. The egg gave Techno a lot of his power, and he knows that the next person or thing to emerge from the egg almost certainly won't share his ideals and will have the power needed to stop someone as powerful as the Blood God, and so he's strongly against the egg. There's also the obvious similarities in the red aesthetic and the dead giveaway that was Techno's characters in the Tales from the SMP Sir Billiam being a servant of the egg. However, the egg is literally embodied as voices in people's heads, a dead comparison to the canonical voices in Techno's head, right? And this got me thinking, what if I'm not thinking metaphorically enough about this? What if the egg isn't how a character was born on the SMP, but instead embodies the viewers of the SMP? Think about it, no matter how much effort they make in Minecraft, not one SMP member can destroy the egg, so it must be some sort of otherworldly power, right? Then there's also the fact that the egg knows exactly what literally every character on the SMP wants, a level of knowledge possessed by very few people or even entities on the SMP, except for the streamer's chat. And then there's the fact that the voices of the egg are an obvious callback to streamer's chat. This is all starting to make sense when... Wait, hold on. This theory is actually wrong, and there's one piece of evidence that completely bowls over all the pins of this crazy man corkboard like some sort of metaphorical bowling ball on steroids, because, well, this entire thing hinges on Techno knowing what the egg was before he was introduced to it on camera, and he, well, I'll just show you.
Gone too, finally.
Oh, it's a good breakfast right there.
Okay,
quick
no.
question. If it's an egg, what will hatch out of it?
God has cursed me for my hubris, and my work is never finished.
Anyway, I kept digging, and that brings me to the actual theory of this episode, and is the most batshit insane thing I've come up with in a while, right? But it just makes way too much sense for me to just ignore it. Hell, there's a page of just solid proof. You see, I was right when I said that the egg was giving rise to an SMP member. I just got the SMP member wrong. It wasn't Techno or Bad or even Ranbu that came out of the egg. Let's take a quick listen to what Ponk, who was being mind controlled by the egg, said during the Red Banquet.
Long ago, an old man, a wise man, he once told me, people change. Like the tides in the ocean, you know?
Oh god.
The egg's power is seemingly absolute, and it works on the basis of attachment, very similar to how a certain someone operated in the disc finale, becoming the SMP's puppet master on the basis of attachment and on the basis of desire. The only time the egg's power has been snuffed out in the past, the only way to keep it from expanding and continuing its progression was shown to us way back at the start of the egg arc, and that was to cover it with obsidian, and if you'll forgive the pun, you'd have to be dreaming to not see the obvious reference to the obsidian box that is the prison, snuffing out Dream's power and keeping him from expanding his hold on the server. This part will be really important later, so keep it in mind. To talk about this more though, we've got to talk about color and the incredible significance it has on the SMP. You see, although the egg's primary color is quite obviously red, it interacts with the other colors in a very interesting and very specific set of ways, which we learned from an experiment that Bad and Ant performed on the egg a long time ago. The egg turns red things white, sucking the color out of them, leaves white things as they are, but most importantly, it turns blue things red. From the Walden experiment to Skeppy, like some sort of color theory expert. Now, if we take a step back, we have one character on the SMP who is very closely related to the egg, one character who's intrinsically related to the color blue, and also, not so coincidentally, the Dream. Ghostbird, the character who everyone knew for blue, the character who Dream turned from being blue to the obviously red Reviver by reviving him. But wait, there's even more evidence. You see, the one thing that can repel the egg, even cure people from being under the egg's influence, is the water from the fountains of Church Prime. Church Prime, religion, which is completely devoted to Dream. Dream, who would, being from the egg, be able to protect people from its influence with his own because he broke free of the egg's mind control, and that's why he initially dislikes it when Bad shows it to him, but crucially, only feigns surprise. We also know from the Tales of the SMP episode of The Masquerade that the egg dislikes poor people and places a very heavy emphasis on money and possessions, as one might call in the SMP universe, primes, a trait that is only mirrored by Dream's religion. This also brings us to Ranbu, and the Enderman hybrid will teleport in to become relevant later, but it's important to note that apart from black and white, Ranbu's two defining colors are red and green. Ranbu, who can be controlled by, well...
Yo! Suck it, green boy!
The smarter way to manage people. Work easy. Employment Hero.
Ranbu is called a traitor by the egg, which is clearly red, because Dream and the egg have similar power over Ranbu because of the color, but Ranbu only listens to Dream. Also, if you go back to the initial egg arc where Skeppy was cured from the egg's infection using Prime Water, he ended up mimicking and taking all the properties of even the slightest thing in the water. For example, turning into another Bad Boy Halo because he got cured using Prime Water that was also Bad Boy Halo bathwater. Anyway, this loss of a grip on who you are as a person, this kind of memory loss, that is extremely reminiscent of the one person who Dream directly controls in the same way that the egg controlled Skeppy. And that's right, it's our boy, Ranbu. Tommy is also related to a bit of evidence in this theory because initially he was immune to the egg.
Do you hear anything?
Oh, I do!
Okay, what do you hear?
Oh, I hear it now! I hear it now!
There you go.
The egg is saying that all three of us should start swearing. Steve.
He couldn't be controlled by it and therefore posed a threat to it, right? The egg just got on his nerves, made him nervous, got him annoyed, but was never able to control him. And then, after Toy takes a piece of the egg and puts it in his ender chest, an obsidian block that's intrinsically linked to him, he suddenly loses this immunity and becomes susceptible to the egg's influence. Wait. Where have I heard this before? Oh yeah, it's literally the plotline of when Tommy was stuck in prison. An obsidian box with Dream. Tommy was both Dream and the egg's biggest threat before the obsidian box incident, and this is purely because Tommy doesn't conform to server rules the same way everyone else does. Puffy even directly says at one point that as Bad is getting more and more infected and infatuated by and with the egg, he's acting more like Dream. Dream, who is incidentally the first person to ever join the server, which makes it that much more plausible that he hatched from the egg, which we know from Tales has been there for a long time before the current SMP era, and therefore that much more possible he covered it up behind him after hatching. There's also the fact that Dream's biggest enemy, Quackity, literally wears the color blue on his skin, which is the color which symbolizes the egg's biggest enemy, and also the egg was found to materialize in an extremely interesting spot, the spot where Bad Boy Halo learned that Fundy and Tubbo had dumped him in their quest to become Dreamin' Hunters, where Bad was most susceptible to joining the Dreamins because of the negative feelings he had towards their enemies, the Dreamin' Hunters, the place where the egg materialized, ready to capitalize on these feelings.
A banquet that none of us are ever going to forget. And yeah, thank you for coming, everybody.
Oh.
Prepare to die.
What?
What? What?
The egg has more power than Dream because Dream derives, or should I say derove? Whatever. Dream took his power from the egg, and that's why the egg can fully mind control people, similar to how it did Pong, Skeppy, and Bad, but Dream can only partially do the same like he does with Ranboo. And also, when Dream killed Tommy, the Eggpire was incredibly happy, because Dream had got one of the biggest obstacles of the Eggpire out of their way, and therefore shared not only a modus operandi with them, but also a common goal for a lot of cases. Then there's the fact that the one person who Dream can control, Ranboo, is also the only person on the server who's averse to water. Water, which in the Egg's case can break people free from its mind control when blessed by Dream's religion, and therefore in Dream's case could probably do the same if modified by some other higher power, let's say maybe a literal shark god. Pong even likens the control that the Egg has over its followers to the power that the prison, and by extension Dream, has over Sam, and this is even more backed up by the fact that Hannah describes the times when she's under the Egg's control as sleepwalk-like, that she can't remember anything from them. Very similar to how Ranboo describes his Enderwalk state when Dream is controlling him. And that leads us to the most important takeaway from this theory. You see, I mentioned before that the prison snuffed out Dream's power, sure, but what I didn't point out is that in both of the cases, the Egg and Dream both influenced the builders of their obsidian boxes to cage them. Dream did it by commissioning Sam, and the Egg did as well, as you see it absorbs the obsidian to become bigger after a bit. Bad then said in the lore stream that trapping the Egg in the obsidian was all planned, was for a purpose, and it helped make the Egg that much stronger. Now if Dream and the Egg are really that similar, it's only logical to assume that Dream being trapped in prison is, by extension, only making him stronger, only meaning that once Technoblade breaks him out with the blueprints he found at the end of the last lore stream, that the Dream SMP is in the most danger it's ever been in.
Purple bricks get you sold. It's just what they do.
Yeah, but what if I don't get sold?
My guy...
A great man doesn't seek to lead. He's called to it. What if I'm not, Dad? You'll still be the only thing I ever needed you to be. My son.
The outsiders ravage our lands. Their cruelty to my people is all I've known.
Together, we stand a chance.
Let's fight.
Dear Nintendo, hi, it's me, Austin, etc. Oh, what am I? Am I not enthusiastic enough? Sorry, I am.
Brewdog makes beer, but it's not just beer for laughing hipsters or cliche.
Oh, an application for editor, huh? I can always use more help. Let's see what everyone else thinks. The poem The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe.
Hello, your call cannot be taken at the moment, so please leave your message after the tone.
Find piping hot kitchen appliance deals at AO.com and get set for celebrations big and small. Get everything you need to refresh your kitchen before winter hits. Plus, there's delivery available 7 days a week. Shop now at AO, the destination for electricals.
$6 haircut. At least this guy on the right has practiced his dance moves. There's just something about like Roblox avatars constantly emoting with like their waves and then dancing. It really gets me. Those are my favorite memes on Roblox. What is this? Michael Jackson! Oh my god. Is this taken from something else? This has to be taken from someone else originally. That's amazing. The only way to appease the Michael Jackson demon is to say his demonic chants with him. Teacher, you can't hear images. Me! That is a classic! I remember that one! That was the song about the guy when and he's on the piano and he says guitar and it's like got that guitar and the drums and all that. Yeah, dude, that was a classic Roblox song. Dude, if you don't know that, you've got to have the smallest brain on Roblox. Like, I remember that song. I don't know where it's from. Yeah, comment down below if you know where that is. I actually don't know, and I don't know anything like I don't know how to look it up. We're just stuck. Dude, yeah, I literally cannot find any, like, old Roblox music videos. Oh my god. Why? Devs making Roblox Squid Games. I love this meme format, by the way. Devs making IRL Squid Games. Woohoo! Yeah, can't wait to get arrested for murder. I mean, who would be arrested in Roblox Squid Game? Like, would the pink guards be arrested? Or could they just say they were following orders from the other guys? I haven't seen the full thing yet, so I don't know. Maybe there's some crazy mastermind behind it. Maybe God is behind it and he sent them all there. For all I know, Freddy Fazbear could be behind it. Now, speaking about getting arrested, I know this one's not a meme, but anything Flamingo or Albert says pretty much is automatically classified a meme. Like when he said 4 hours ago, still thinking that if someone commits a terrorist act in real life, they will get banned from Roblox. And you know, that's actually a good point, because the new Roblox Terms of Service says, no terrorism, we'll ban your account if you do that. Like, oh yeah, terrorism rates plummet to all the way down to 0. Roblox has stopped terrorism, thank God. Oh, I don't know what they'd do if they let the terrorists still play on the platform. It's silly, but they have to write that. Yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, and here is a meme about it. Every Roblox player, when they realize that people can now get banned for doing art commissions for Robux, being loud on voice chat, using VPNs, doing giveaways, or doing anything bad IRL. Internal screaming. Yeah, if you don't do your homework, Roblox has a term and condition to ban you. Oh, you stole the extra cookie from the cookie jar, you sticky fingers? Well, Roblox TOS, they're gonna ban you. Oh, what's that? You beat David Bazuki's future son in a maths exam in year 12? Oh, that's the greatest mistake of your life, because not only are you getting banned on Roblox due to the TOS, but the TOS also specifies that the government can arrest you and give you the death penalty. Don't beat David Bazuki's son in a math test. Ah, this meme is actually so true. I'm gonna ban you! Also me. Eggman Villain Chuckle, you fool! I have 70 alternative accounts! Hackers be like, and that's why it's such a problem as well on Roblox, because they can't do anything to stop the hackers from just wiggling around and finding another email account and then signing themselves back up under Jimmy Parker. Hackers are the worst though. No, get out of here, cringe hackers. Fake Roblox Squid Game versus Minecraft Squid Game. Oh dude, those fake Roblox Squid Games, they are making so much Robux. It's ridiculous. David Baszucki needs to stop them. He needs to implement something in the new terms of service which arrests their family members and their husbands and whatever bank possessions they and their pet have. Like, that is ridiculous. But then Minecraft is so hard to make anything new on Minecraft, any new mods, because it's such a convoluted API and everything. Like, I can see why Minecraft Squid Game wouldn't have that many players, and consequentially not that much money either, so poor Minecraft players. Just another thing that Roblox is better at, so Roblox Squad, am I right?
Am I in the star program now? Jingo Jango, star code mango.
And of course, another one of these. Person, I miss old Roblox. Old Roblox.
Welcome to Sonic Gaming.
T4th Go viewers.
Woo-hoo! Oh yeah, I can't believe I'm back in old Roblox. Yeah, wow, that was the greatest platform alive and available to us. Yeah, nothing beat it, yeah. Old Roblox was messy. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Does Garfield prefer lasagna or salami?
The stage is set for the finale of the feline freestyle category.
So far, he's not put a paw out of place in the competition.
He knows the Christmas tinsel is up there somewhere.
Hello, a fold-away surprise?
Security with Google Smarts on the new Nest cams and doorbell.
Know if it's a person, a parcel, or a pet.
Some gestures are full of tenderness, and others are full of strength. Some are easy, and others less so. Some are...
Pony gets Zizzy, Giraffe gets Mimi. What do I get? I get paid, baby! Woohoo! Simping is out here. You know what I simp for? I simp for money.
Money will never leave you or get infected by the piggy virus.
Hi, hello.